Hello and welcome on to Rupert Media. I have some amazing breaking political news as I wake up this Sunday morning to see a huge offer from Rupert Lowe to Nigel Farage. No one ever believed this would happen. There were rumours about this a few months ago and people laughed it off. But this is now real. This is a true patriot. This is a man who is putting his ego second, country first. This is a man who genuinely cares about the British people. The ball is now in Nigel Farage's court. If you haven't already, people, hit the like button, subscribe, and get in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on this breaking story today, as Rupert Lowe has made a serious offer to Nigel Farage. I'm going to show you the 1.5-minute video clip of Rupert Lowe, his proposed offer. We're going to look at the details involved in this, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. So much to share, so much to talk about. Let's get straight into it. Here is Rupert Lowe then, addressing exactly what needs to be done.
So Nigel, my message is simple. If you are prepared to work together around serious policies, serious reform, and serious government, then so are we. Not because it's politically convenient for Restore Britain, not because it's personally easy. After the events of the last 18 months, I would certainly rather not be making this offer. But millions and millions of British people deserve a patriotic government that puts our national interest before any personal differences that you and I may have. If you disagree, that is your choice. Restore Britain will be ready for what comes regardless. I truly believe there could be sufficient common ground for our two movements to cooperate collectively, destroy the looming left-wing alliance that will finish off what hope remains for this country. We have recently shown how effectively cooperation can work locally on the Norfolk County Council. So why not at national level? In my view, failing to even try because of our own personal difficulties is simply not an option. The British people deserve nothing less than our best and sincere efforts to make it happen. Now is the time to put our differences aside and cooperate for the good of the country that we all love.
Wow. Massive, almost goosebumps. It's a huge move. And I'll tell you why it's a huge move. Because this now is about, as Rupert Lowe continuously mentions, putting aside personal differences. There is a lot of animosity between these two. You need to remember, Nigel Farage booted Rupert Lowe out of the Reform Party because of his extreme views on mass deportation. It got to a point where he had armed police coming to his door, looking at his gun collection because he was set up. Furthermore, he had a major falling out with Zia Yusuf. And all these things are massive red flags for Nigel Farage about Rupert Lowe. Yet, Rupert Lowe could be such an angry, bitter man. He could hold resentment. He could basically be an egotistical politician like they all are and say, I'm better than Nigel, screw him. Or he wronged me and I'm going to be the one who stops him getting into power. There's so many connotations to this. Yet, here we are. Now I'm going to show you and outline the things that he wants
Nigel,
Rupert Lowe and Nigel Farage to agree on. And these aren't little things, by the way. They're major statements. Okay, these are the things that Restore Britain want, and he wants Nigel to agree on. Rupert has asked Nigel to agree to these points, and a deal is on the table to unite Restore Britain and Reform UK. End mass immigration, start mass deportations. A very simple one. Now, we know that Reform have recently shifted and changed their view on deportations. They used to be very weak, very woke, very unsure how to go about it. But of recent times, we've heard that being drummed a little bit more. Illegal migrants will be deported. Rupert Lowe, though, wants to go a little bit further. Next one. White Britons must not become a minority in the UK. Very strong, simple one. And having that sort of philosophy means that the one above needs to be implemented very hard. Reverse the Islamification of Britain and declare us as a Christian country. Major. And someone who wears a Christian cross around his neck every day and seeing the rise of Islam and being almost told to be fearful of being a Christian, that is a major one, personally. Referendum on the death penalty. Huge. People like the Southport killer, Axel Rwanda, or whatever his name is, doesn't even deserve a piece of oxygen. He, again, is someone who murdered 3 innocent children, wanted to murder more, has gone into a prison system, has caused carnage in a prison system, attacked, assaulted prison guards and officers, been uninhabitable in a prison, and is now living a luxury life, as best you can say it, in now a medical hospital. They've just declared him as insane, basically. So he's going to live a comfy, free life, walking around a hospital, doing what he wants. At the taxpayer's expense. Make Britain self-sufficient again. We live within our means and cut massive welfare spending. Use what using the oil that is attainable for us that Starmer never wanted to touch. Bigging and producing mass on our farmland. Being self-sufficient. No failed Conservative MP allowed in government. Now that's an interesting one. Because that would mean people like Robert Jenrick, who has defected from the Tories to Reform, leaving post. That's the deal. Would you take it? Are we about to see the most cataclysmic, explosive merging of a party the world has ever seen? Because it's major. Now, whether you feel disappointed that that Rupert's almost given up. I think the cynical people will say, oh, Rupert Lowe's just given up. He realizes the party's not good enough. He realizes that he's not going to win, so he's just trying to jump on the bandwagon. You need to really understand this. Rupert Lowe's already said in that short segment that I've just shown you. If Nigel says no, he's carrying on. He's carrying on because he believes Restore Britain, the policies are the right one for this country. However, what is key, what is major, is that he has been very clear here. The country comes first. So how do I see this? I actually see this as a win-win now for Rupert Lowe. Why? Rupert Lowe's put the ball in Nigel Farage's court. If Nigel Farage rejects this and they don't come to terms with it, then I think a lot of people will look at Nigel Farage and said, you're selfish. You haven't put the country first. I think this is a masterstroke from Rupert Lowe in that sense. An absolute genius move. And if Nigel Farage does take it, oh my gosh, I think we've got a little bit of a force there. Farage and Lowe ready to take down the left government that we have. The dangerous left. The left that has left our borders open. The left that is allowing white British to become a minority. A left that is corrupt to the core. We'll wait and see. I would love to know your thoughts on this one. Which way do you think this will go? How do you feel about this? Are you disappointed, excited, happy? Let me know. Thanks for watching. As always, stay safe. God bless. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.